Hey guys, I'm Chase Carter, bringing you another NBA 2K15 discussion video on the MyCareer mode. I am in my second year in January. I play 9-minute quarters, so it's taken me a little while to get through it. But on the social media aspect of the game, I have a few questions and topics I want to talk about. The social media, when you first start in the league, everything's like grayed out. So I'm like, ooh, I want to form with, Anthony Davis. I want to form with, say, Paul George, get him on the wing, form a nice team. My favorite team is the Chicago Bulls. I play point guard, and I want to get, big guys around me that are good. We got Powell. My team's fine right now. My team's fine. But I'm saying in the future, when Powell gets a little older, I want to be able to, recruit young, good players in. So I asked Anthony Davis, hey, come play with our team. He basically said, who's this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know who he is. Who's this Chase Carter fellow? And kind of disrespected me a little bit. And I was like, I wonder why this is. So, but then I noticed as I got better, VC got more attributes, played better, they start following you. And then their names light up. So they start basically becoming your friends on social media. So then that way, when you talk to them, they actually know who you are. I talked to him again. I played the Pelicans. I had like 30 points, 30-something points, 12, 13 assists, 8, 9, 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, something along those lines. And he started following me. So I was like, cool. Now I hope maybe I can talk to him, form a big three, because I didn't know if I clicked form a big three, that would send a message to the game. I didn't want to do it for, say, a bottom feeder, a player that I didn't want to play with, like Josh Smith. No disrespect to Josh Smith, but I don't want to play with him in 2K on my team. I want to play with players that have, maximum level attributes and abilities. So I didn't know if I pressed that button, if it would automatically do it like a few weeks later. So I was real scared to hit the ask to form a big three. So I waited till like the player I wanted. So I waited. I got Anthony Davis. I was like, cool, form a big three. Played a game, came back. He was basically like, yeah, man. Like he knew me then, and he's like, yeah, man. Whenever, he's like, as long as the numbers work out or something along those lines, if we can get this done, I'd love to form up. We'd be unstoppable. And I was like, cool. A day goes by, a week goes by, nothing. So I'm like, okay, so that doesn't trigger an automatic thing. And I haven't gotten to the off season of my second year yet. So I'm curious to see if those get like saved, because I did him, I did DeMar DeRozan, which I'm not too sure I regret that decision or not. But Anthony Davis for sure. I think Anthony Davis was the only guy that I did say that to. Yeah, I think Anthony Davis was the only guy I said I want. I said him. I think Paul George. I think. That's pretty much it, I believe. Because I'm not. I gotta go see who. Well, I guess I can't really see. There's no like history of all that. Oh, there is the social media thing. There is that. But I'm curious to see how it affects the end of the year, if it does at all. If it shows like, hey, do you want to you asked to form a big three with this guy? Do you want to try to do that? And then, or the GM keeps it and is like, look, these are the 5 guys that you said you wanted to form a big three with. Who do you want to join with? Who do you want us to try to go get? And another thing, I thought talking crap to I want Derrick Rose off my team in Chicago. In real life, he can stay. In real life, I love him to death. I love the Bulls to death. He can stay. I don't care if he shoots 0% from the 3-point line. He can stay in Chicago and shoot threes all he wants to. And if you don't believe that, you know nothing about basketball at all. If he is a threat when he has one tippy toe on the court, people worry about what he's going to do. But what I'm concerned with is on my 2K. He can get the hell out of Chicago. He can leave. He doesn't have to be in his hometown. He doesn't have to play in front of his family at all. He can go somewhere else. So in the 360 version of 2K, I got it to where I said, I know it's either me or him. They sent him out. They brought Blake Griffin in. This was a few years ago. This was before they had Pau Gasol, and it was fun. You know, it made my experience more enjoyable, and it worked out pretty good. You can actually tinker with things a little bit, not as much as GMO, but you can tinker with things a little bit. And that's what I kind of liked about the mode, is you could kind of be a GM, but you can say, hey, I would rather play with this guy. It wasn't a for sure thing, but it worked out. And I'm wondering if that at the end of the season, if it does the same thing here. And I've asked a few people online and stuff, and they haven't really given me like a full response. So I'm just wondering if it's still in here, if 2K forgot to put it in or left it out for some reason at all. Because I know if you're a top level player and you're like, hey, we need this guy, go get him, that puts pressure on management to do that. And they do that a lot, especially if you're one of the big name players. They want to appease you. They want to please you. Appease? They want to please you and, you know, keep you around. If you do it too much, in real life, they're like, get the hell out of here. We don't need you at all. And so, but it just seems like you can't do the thing. Like Pharrell, the thing with Pharrell is the only thing I see that actually changed anything. It didn't really change anything. It just gave me a different cutscene, and it gave me a, like an endorsement deal. It gave me like VC. So, but if any of you have any answers, if anyone has any answers at all, let me know. And because I'm dying over here. I want Derrick Rose off my team. I don't want to be a point guard for 1 or 2 quarters, and then, or be a point guard for 1 quarter and then switch out, be a shooting guard, go back. Even though it's kind of fun switching up a little bit, I don't want him on my team. Don't want him on my team. In 2K. Real life, for life. Real life, for life. 2K life, get out of here. Get out of here. But anyways, I'm Chase Carter. Those are my thoughts. For right now, anyway. All right, you have a good day.